Bonjour everyone! I hope you're doing well. Black Friday is just around the corner and there's a few things that are on my wish list for my pro makeup kit. I was never really into Black Friday or this type of events. Like, I usually try to avoid going to the mall or going shopping when I know it's going to be very crowded. But now that I want to add these expensive things to my kit, I'm gonna keep my eye open for any good deals. And a brand that usually has pretty good deals for Black Friday is Delium brushes. I don't know if you've ever heard about this brand, but a lot of makeup artists love them. The brushes are vegan and they are pro quality for a price that's quite reasonable compared to other brands, obviously. I've been looking at their brushes for quite a long time now. I bought a couple of brushes from this brand here and there just to try the quality before buying a full set, and I was very happy with it. They feel like good quality. It seems like they are gonna last for a long time. The paint is not cracking, they're not shedding. So far, they've worked perfectly for me. If they're having a good discount for Black Friday this year, I will probably get one of the sets with 15 brushes, both for eyes and the face. And on top of that, I'll probably add a few brushes here and there of the shades that I need. And I'm especially looking at the brushes from their BDHD collection. They have such a unique shape. I'm dying to try them. I'm sure they would be really great for full coverage foundation and for concealer application. I want to get the two smaller one. I think the bigger one is just too big for me, but the small ones, oh my gosh, like I can't tell you how many times I've added them to my basket and then I didn't end up like buying them. But this time, if I'm placing an order, I'll buy like at least two of each. I've tried brushes with this type of shape before and they work so well for me. So I'm very excited to try the ones from Delium. The average price per brush is about $15 US, so it's not cheap. It's not too expensive either, considering the quality of the brushes. If we can use them for multiple years, it's for sure worth it. I never placed a big order with them because for us living in Canada, the prices are really high because of obviously shipping and taxes. So that's why I hope that the offer they're gonna have on Black Friday will be 30-40% off, hopefully, for me to be able to place an order and for it to be worth it. Something that I would love to have to keep my brushes organized is one of these big brush holders, originally from My Kid Co. They look great. I've been wanting to buy it for so long, but I don't know if they're gonna work for me because it's quite big and I don't know if I would be okay to have that on my makeup table instead of the two little brush holders that I currently have. But the fact that there is little pockets around it, I'm thinking that I could, like, you know, put my alcohol, some sanitizer, my little garbage bags that I use. So that's more practical. And I like how there is little dividers inside so you can keep your brushes organized the way that you want, by shape or by size. The one from My Kid Co is 104 Canadian dollars, but on top of that I would have to pay for taxes, which are crazy, importing anything to Canada, and I would have to pay for shipping as well. And I remember that it's pretty expensive on the My Kid Co website. So if they are offering a good deal, I would consider getting that one. Otherwise, I also have my eyes on a dupe that I found on Amazon. It's from the brand Relevel, that's popular for makeup bags. And that one is $80, so it's a bit cheaper. It doesn't look as nice, like it's a lot bigger and it's almost too big, like it's gonna take all the space in my suitcase, which I don't love. But for the price difference, maybe it's better for me just to get the cheaper version now, see if I like it, and then upgrade to the nice My Kid Co one once I know that I actually enjoy using it. So depending on who's having the best deal, I'll see which one I go for. That's probably the most expensive thing that I would like to add to my kit eventually, when I have money and when there is a good sale. It's the lights from the makeup lights. So it's LED light panels. Usually you would get 2 of them, and they come in a kit, so you can put them on a stand, you can put them on a clamp. They also come with suction mounts, so you can just pop it on the mirror. So the fact that you can arrange them the way that you want, depending on your workspace, is why they are so popular. You can obviously adjust the light temperature, the light intensity. They are apparently very light to carry around. They are easy and quick to put together. Everyone is obsessed with them. So many people are saying that if there is one thing that you should put the price on is light, which is something that I agree with, because if you can't see properly what you're doing, it's an issue for color matching. The light that I have now is the one from Glamcore. So it's on a stand and it's connected with a cable. And for example, having a lamp like that can be annoying sometimes. For example, if there's a lot of people backstage, everyone is walking around, you know, they are like tripping on the cable, they are pushing your lamp, everything is falling, and you kind of have to put it in the middle so your model can be facing the light. It's not the best setup, so that's why having some lights that you can just adapt to the space that you have and your surrounding is something that could be very useful. Now, the price for a kit that includes all of the little stands, the clamps, and the 2 light panels, which is kind of the basic setup that you need. It's not like, you know, the super fancy one or the ones with the most accessories, is $820 US. So that's a lot of money, especially considering, once again, taxes and shipping. It would be like 1,500 Canadian dollars, I'm sure. I know that they're offering a pro discount, so sometimes you can stack both a discount and the pro discount, so in that case that would be worth it. But yeah, like unless there is a major discount, I'm probably gonna have to wait. Ooh, that one is actually the number 1 on my wish list. I really hope I'm gonna be able to find a good deal this year. It's an airbrushing machine. Airbrushing is something that's quite popular, but I've actually never used. I think I used it once when I was in makeup school, but I know a lot of makeup artists offer airbrushing services, especially if you work in the bridal industry. It's a staple, like that's something you need to have, and that's why I want to get it, because I'm getting more and more into bridal. But also if you work in film and television, that's something that's very useful. For example, for tattoo covers, in just a few minutes it's done. Or for roots touch-up, like if someone is balding and you need to like cover something, has a little gap, that works like magic. But in my case, that would mostly be for bridal, because that's something that's very requested, because it gives you the most flawless complexion. Like it blurs everything looks so delicate, so fine. You don't see any texture at all. And why brides love it so much and request it all the time is because depending on the products that you're using in your airbrush machine, it can be fully waterproof, like 100% waterproof. So even if you're crying, even if you're sweating, your makeup will look flawless until the end of the night. I know you can do a full makeup application with an airbrush machine. I think I would only use it for the complexion, but I don't know, it seems like super fun to use. You know, it doesn't seem too hard to learn, I hope. And also, I'm trying to think smart about that, is that you don't have as many brushes to clean if you're only using an airbrush, because there's no contact with the skin. And also, when your client wants to go with airbrushing, you can charge more money for the service. So, you know, it's the little things here and there that make your revenue bigger at the end of the year. So it's easier for me and brings me more money at the end. So I really hope I can find a good deal on an airbrushing machine this year. And the one that I'm looking at, because I haven't even talked about it, is the one from Temp 2. It's a very popular brand for airbrushing. They have two different styles of airbrush machines. They have one that's classic with a compressor, and they have another one that has no compressor and that has no cord. So it's basically just a little gun that you hold and there is like nothing attached to it, so you can move completely freely. It's much lighter, it's so much more easier to carry around. I was gonna go for this one, but I did a little bit of research and I don't know if it would be good enough for professional use, in the sense that I don't know if it's powerful enough for me to do like 6-8 people back to back. And I heard some people saying that it gets clogged quite easily, because that's the thing with airbrush machines, because it's so waterproof and long-lasting products, you have to constantly clean them with alcohol just to get rid of all of that product. And if you don't clean them properly, they can get clogged. But depending on the model that you're getting, some are getting clogged more easily than the other. So maybe I'll just go with a regular one that has a compressor. If you have an airbrush machine and you have any thoughts on that, please leave it in the comments, because I need some advices from you. The price for the one with the compressor is $255 US. So it's actually not that bad, because it comes with 6 shades of foundation and I think 3 shades of like one blush, one highlighter and one bronzer. And it also comes with a bottle of cleaner, I believe, like a alcohol or airbrush machine cleaner. Considering all of that, I think it's not that expensive. And the Temp 2 Air, so the cordless one, is $265 US. So that's why the price difference is not the issue, is really trying to find which one would be best for my needs. They have a pro discount, and I know that they usually have pretty good deals all year long. Like I feel like there's always a promo going on. So I'm hoping that on Black Friday they have a discount that's even better. Another thing that's pretty expensive but I would love to have in my kit is the curling iron from T3, the one that's convertible and that comes with 3 different size of barrels. I was actually planning to buy it at some point, to have 3 different size barrel into one curling iron. Like, it seemed to be easier for me to carry around in my kit and not as heavy as having 3 different curling ones. But when I saw the price, I decided not to buy it and to buy individual curling iron instead. And I kind of regret it now, because I've actually tried the T3 curling irons. Like, it makes such a big difference from using a regular curling iron. Like, I can't explain it to you how smooth and how easy it makes it. Like, it just kind of glides on the hair. You don't have to put too much pressure on your wrist and on your finger to hold the clamp. It leaves the hair so nice and shiny, and I use curling irons all the time. Like, doing curls is what I do the most when I have to do hair. Considering all of that, it would actually be so worth it to have the T3. It has a cost of 440 Canadian dollars, and that includes 3 different barrels, and it's the sizes that I use the most. And if you want to add more barrel sizes, they also sell them individually for $100. So it cannot be an impulse buy. As I was saying, I recently bought individual curling irons. They are less than a year old, so I mean, I have to keep using them. But if T3 is having a nice discount, I might just sell my other ones that I have, or I might just keep them as backup and get that one from T3. And the last thing would be to get a new set bag because I'm not 100% happy with the one that I currently have. I feel like it doesn't have enough pockets, and I'm actually having a hard time finding one that looks practical enough. The best option that I've seen so far is a small brand called Go Set Go Bag? Get Set Go Bag. That's how it is. Get Set Go Bag. I actually found them on Instagram. It seems like a small indie brand and they have a few different models. All of them have so many pockets. That's why I think they would be really great for me. Each bag is around £50 because it's a brand that's based in the UK, so it's not that expensive. So if I don't find a better option in terms of set bags, I think I'll probably go with one of them. But a set bag is something that's so important, like you use it all the time, all day long, so I just want to make sure that the one I'm getting will be perfect for my needs. I saw on their website that they are coming with new models soon, so I might wait and see what's new before committing to something. But yeah, that's something that should be on top of my wish list because that's something that I use a lot, and having one that's more practical would be great. I will for sure not buy everything that I mentioned today because that's a lot of money, but if I could find at least a couple of things on a good deal, I would be so happy. I will keep you updated on the deals that I make that day. I will probably talk about it on Instagram, so come follow me if you haven't already. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, you can also do it. Why not? You can tell me in the comments what you're hoping to buy for Black Friday, or if you know any brand that does actual good deals. I always answer to all the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you spending some time with me. If you have a few more minutes, I will put a video here for you to watch next. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourself and I'll see you soon. Bisous!